Stop with the Katseye Daniela jokes. But did Manon just call us jobless? The VMAs, Wonyoung lying about her height, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. It's okay, kinda. Okay, so what's going on with Katseye Daniela and what prompted her to write about being straight on Weverse? So essentially there's been this joke going around in the Katseye fandom, quote unquote joke. Some people have never found it funny, but there are some people accusing her of being phobic. Why, you might ask? Well, in one live stream, she basically said that she was straight. So then it became a joke in the live stream. Lara and Manon basically saying like, you're so brave for coming out as straight, like it's gonna mean so much to a lot of people.
I'm not gay.
I don't know any rumors.
I'm not gay, guys.
Oh,
Danny just said she's
Lara's.
not gay.
I mean,
No,
Danny's
okay,
coming
enough with the gay
Danny's
allegations.
coming out with enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Thank you for coming out.
Straight.
Wow, you're so brave.
You were so brave. So many little girls out there
Look,
that
they're
are scared
clapping
to
for
say
you.
that they're straight.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So I wouldn't say that's necessarily what started this joke, but definitely a point that people refer back to within the joke. So from there, Katseye did an interview where they were asked, what's one song that makes you feel understood? And some of the members mentioned Lunch by Billie Eilish. For context, the lyrics of Lunch by Billie Eilish say, quote, I could eat that girl for lunch. So a lot of people started pointing out Daniela's reaction to this answer.
Lunch by Billie Eilish. Lunch by Billie Eilish.
No.
Lunch Billie Eilish.
You know, immediately Daniela's like, no. And then people started zooming in on her facial reactions to this.
Lunch by Billie Eilish.
No explanation.
That's it. That's it. So many rumors.
So from there, it basically became a widespread quote unquote joke. You know, people joking, saying she really doesn't like a certain group of people. And it finally got to the point where she went and clarified things on Weverse. So here's what she said. I swear it's so funny how people just make stuff up out of thin air. Anyways, I love you. VMAs was so much fun. Clarifying. All I said was I'm straight. That doesn't mean I'm not supportive of other communities. I have a gunkle and I effing love him, and please leave Alex alone. I love her so much. Thank you. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Miss you all. Ending off with, of course I support, y'all are silly. So of course with that, there are a lot of fans who are like, it was never funny to begin with. This isn't something we should be joking about, especially when it can negatively affect an idol's image, right? Personally, I think back to Millie Bobby Brown. I don't even know the whole story to it, but I know that she was accused of the same thing, that it became something so big. So of course fans don't want the same thing to happen to Daniela, you know, especially if you can't contain it within, you know, a friend group, let's say. Which actually, on that note, now member Yoonchae is going viral for the same thing, the same accusation essentially. So there's this clip of Katseye at the VMAs. So they're asked, what is your message to the gays?
We love the game.
And people were joking that Yoonchae didn't say anything or didn't really react. So on one hand, you have people making that specific joke. And on the other hand, you have people saying, you know, English is her second language. She might not have understood, so on and so forth. And also people trying to shut it down. So of course, let me know what you think of all of that. But that is not it for Katseye clarifying things themselves on Weverse. Let's talk about why she mentioned Alex. So Alex is referring to Alex Consani. Katseye and Alex attended a Pandora event. And there's a video going viral because Alex hugs every single member of Katseye except for Daniela, and you can kind of see the members' reactions like, oh, like they noticed that Danny didn't get a hug, but they kind of just brush it off. And then of course you can't really see it, but Daniela is on the left side, and then they all just start posing for a photo. A lot of fans weren't happy about this, thinking that it was somehow on purpose, that Daniela was ignored on purpose. Though there are some fans who understood, you know, in social events like this, sometimes weird things happen. How could she miss such a beauty? That's mean. She doesn't know Katseye. She might have thought that she isn't part of the group because Danny was standing farther away. I don't know. She ignores Lara too. Leave Alex alone. Y'all are too damn dramatic. At the end, Danny approached her. They have to be so quick in these types of events. Alex is not that kind of person. Also, a lot of you are reflecting being quick and grow the F up. Don't hate Alex for this. She is a diva and a very kind person. She probably was excited or something. She didn't hug Laura too, so didn't she hug her at the beginning, but it was cut off? So this is another thing that kind of started a fan war. And another thing that Daniela ended up clarifying. So she wrote, also, just want to clear things up. I went to Alex after and gave her a hug and said hi. She just missed me at first, but she was the sweetest. I think it's definitely understandable in events like that. Well, for me anyways, I have a hard time with anything. I have a hard time with everything, actually. So I could picture that happening for me. Moving on to Manon. Basically, Manon went viral for this photo of her and the kid Leroy, which actually ended up sparking some dating rumors. Now, me scrolling on Twitter, I didn't really see any dating rumors, but I mean, if you search up the headline, you'll find some. So she too went on Weavers to clarify the situation, saying, also, apparently I date everyone I walk next to. Oh, also, love the custom Labubu. LOL. Because essentially the girls received custom Labubus at the VMAs, and some people were saying that she did not like her Labubu. But the funniest part of all this is that she says, what else? And she posts a photo of a job application form. So a lot of fans are having so much fun with that. Though there are some fans pointing to how ridiculous it seems that the girls have to go to Weavers to clarify so many things recently. If we think back to not too long ago, Laura clarifying that a photo of her kissing a guy was from a long time ago, Danny and Manon right now, and of course the countless other times that they've come onto Weavers and have expressed themselves in regards to these things. So let's see what fans have to say about her response. OMG, not her posting an actual job application form to shut down dating rumors. The job application LMAO, every idol needs to do this. Yes, clock them, Manon. I love how she's telling her unemployed fans who are obsessed with her life to go get a job. Diva for real. Apparently, I'm dating everyone I walk with was so true. Welcome to the world of K-Nets. I don't even, K-Nets were talking. Okay, absolutely nothing against this commenter. But do you guys remember when I told you before? Sometimes when we talk about K-pop related things, people will bring up K-Nets unprompted. They'll be like, those damn K-Nets. And like K-Nets will actually have nothing to do with it. Like, I don't think K-Nets had anything to do with this. Like, Cosmopolitan wrote an article about Manon alleged, like, is Manon dating the kid Leroy? Like, K-Nets are innocent in this. Welcome to the world of K-Nets, where even the slightest glances mean idols are in a relationship, but I love how they can clap back immediately and openly. Not really K-Nets in this situation, unfortunately, yeah. The job application, LMFAO, I love her so much. I love how Manon is not afraid to confront fans who are going way too far. She's a total baddie for that. So there's definitely a lot of people who find Katseye's responses or their ability to be open with fans quite refreshing. So let me know what you think about that, because of course, the bigger you'll get, the more your responses are going to be criticized. I wonder if it will come to a point where each and every single thing they say, and it already is kind of the case, each and every single thing they say is scrutinized, but to the point where they won't be able to be as open with their fans. Or do you think because they're doing something quote unquote different from K-pop that won't necessarily be the case? Let me know. Why does it seem like it's only Karina trying to promote aespa's Rich Man? That's what fans are asking, because it seems that challenge after challenge features only Karina. If we look at this post, I am a rich man with Yoonchae, and it's Karina. Another post, I am a rich man with An Yujin and Iseo, with Karina. I am a rich man with Sunmi and Karina. I am a rich man with Hyo and Karina. So on one hand, there are fans saying that it's favoritism. SM only cares about Karina, while others are saying it's not Karina's fault that she's promoting the song better than SM could. Some people were saying that some of these were her hanging out with these idols personally and they decided to film this. Anyways, not Karina promoting Rich Man better than SM. Imagine having a day off, hanging out with your friends, and still managing to do the challenge. SM need to pay her more. There were also people criticizing SM Entertainment because aespa seemingly only had a couple music show performances for Rich Man. You know, I remember a time idols would perform weeks and weeks on end at music shows. So for aespa to only perform a couple times, people were a little shocked. Now, here's a little hypothetical, maybe not a hypothetical, but people want better treatment for idols, right? Don't they have to wake up at like 2 a.m. to go to a music show and stay there all day? Imagine doing that like so however many times a week. Maybe we should be a little happier. They only have to do it a couple times. Doesn't that show that you're at a level of popularity where you don't need to do it as much? I don't know. Just a thought to put out there. Would you be embarrassed if this happened to you? So of course, Rosé won Song of the Year with APT at the VMAs, and the announcement of her as a winner became a viral moment. Okay, so she's announced as a winner. She gets up. Now, a lot of people were saying it looks like she's going in for a hug, but that the person next to her doesn't stand up. So as we can see here, It almost looks like she's bending down, but he never gets up. So then she ends up just walking away. So there were some people who felt really bad for her in this moment. But wouldn't you know, it also caused some fan wars. But then some fans were actually pointing out that she wasn't going in for a hug. If you look closely, you can see that that guy is holding a piece of paper, which was Rosé's speech. So as we can see, he's holding that piece of paper. So she gets up, and then when she's walking away, she is now holding that piece of paper. So with that clarification, let's read what you guys had to say. Fan wars over this. Some people really need to touch some grass. Honestly, the VMAs are kind of weird like that, with them always also filming the audience reactions and making it into drama, like with Selena a few years ago or Tella's reaction to Megan Thee Stallion last year. The level of unemployment people need to reach to have fan wars over this is scary. I feel like she was just grabbing the paper. Okay, people will make a fuss about everything. That guy literally got up and gave her a big hug after she ended her speech and was returning to her seat. Y'all really had to start a fan war over this? At first, the interaction looked a bit awkward, but when I saw him handing her the speech, it made sense. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it too, like under the context that she was going in for a hug and didn't receive a hug, I did feel really bad. But then of course, looking into it, you see the piece of paper, giving her a piece of paper. It makes a lot more sense. But let me know what you think, because if you have a perceived embarrassing moment, but it didn't end up being embarrassing in the end, is it still embarrassing? A little philosophical question for you. Is IVE's Wonyoung lying about her height? So IVE's Wonyoung is apparently 173 centimeters tall, which is about 5'8" for the Americans. Though for whatever reason, I only understand height in feet, and I think that's because of American movies. But essentially, she appeared on a show with Cho Sung-un, who is listed as 178 centimeters. Now, keep in mind, Wonyoung is wearing flats. She is not wearing heels. And to add on to this, a lot of people are saying that he is actually wearing inserts. Now, we don't know if that's actually true, but it's brought up a lot of questions about what Wonyoung's real height is. Is she lying about being 173 centimeters, or is he lying about being 178 centimeters? Now, when it comes to K-pop height investigations, K-pop fans have been doing this since the beginning of time. Let's see some of your comments. Men often lie about their height. I think he is much shorter than he said, which I found the exact model of. I don't know what that means. Someone get the height guy. That's Chu Sung-un. I believe he's an athlete MMA fighter, so he's likely had his height checked over and over again. He was even on Physical 100. It's more than likely Starship is lying about Wonyoung's height. She's already admitted to editing her photos to make her legs look shorter, and in IVE she's had a history of her official height being shorter than her actual height. There's this saying, girls who are 5'8" are always taller than guys who are 5'8". Men usually lie about it. I thought she's taller than her official height for a while now based on her next to Eugene and Liz, then especially after the enlistment video. Okay. People are definitely divided about that, like which one of them is lying. Oh, this comment. Even if she's lying, why are we concerned? I feel like that K-pop is not about music, singing, and dancing. Now just fandom fights or fights over unnecessary things. I mean, if it is just about music, then why lie about the height in the first place? Allegedly, I'm not saying that anybody is lying, but if people have a reason to lie about their birthdays, their heights, like that has nothing to do with music, right? Anyways, that's a topic for another day. But it definitely reminded me of Chewie of Twice. Didn't she come out recently in an interview and say, I really am the height that I said I am? And it came off a little like annoyed at people claiming that she was lying about her height. Chewie annoyed height. Let's see. I don't fully remember if that even happened or where I saw that, but you can let me know if you remember that. Have you guys seen the new season of Wednesday? I'm sure, as you guys all know by now, Emma Meyers, who plays Enid on Wednesday, is a K-pop fan. And she recently did an interview with MTV where she was asked about a scene that Jenna Ortega did where she's dancing to BLACKPINK's Boombaya.
Oh goodness, yes, I forgot they were doing that song.
So her first response is, oh goodness, yes, I forgot they were doing that song. And then the interviewer basically says, I was gonna ask if you were on set that day. Did you recommend the song?
I did not recommend the song. I've had a lot of people ask me, oh, you must have had the K-pop influence. I have no say in what happens in the editing room at all.
And then she ends off by saying, but I thought that was a great dance song for Enid. Yeah, that's the story. No, this actually did start a fan war. So there were some people saying that based on her answer that she didn't like BLACKPINK. Some people saying that she only liked boy groups. Now, of course, a lot of fans came to her defense, basically being like, she's probably just tired of being asked about K-pop all the time. I believe she mentioned in an interview once that like she dabbled in K-pop, but people like clung on to that, and now she's known as a K-pop stan. Oh my gosh. She hates BLACKPINK, average boy group stan. She's just tired of being asked about the K-pop stuff. Yes, she likes K-pop, but she isn't a Blink. Emma is a queen and never says anything disrespectful. Don't shady, don't be toxic, and vote for Blackpink. So of course, let me know your thoughts about that. And with that, we are moving on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. So it's been officially confirmed that Everglow are going to continue under a new company as a 4-member girl group. We kind of already knew this was happening, but I don't think it was officially announced anywhere. So of course we have Xian, Iyu, Onda, and Asha continuing as Everglow. Nujin's Haerin was spotted in the wild at the dentist's office. I don't know if I even feel comfortable posting the photo of her at a dentist's office, because it damn near looks like she's like there's a person wearing scrubs next to her. Is she on the dentist's chair? I am so confused about this interaction. Meow have a light stick and I wanted to react to it with you guys in real time, but everyone and their mothers have been posting it, so I saw it. I was gonna predict a cat. Wouldn't you know? It's a cat. Apparently, Solmi and Arden Cho are going to appear in a new K-pop movie called Perfect Girl, a K-pop slasher horror film. I am so excited. This film follows a newly formed K-pop band that a talented and mysterious new girl joins, but soon the other girls begin to be hunted and attacked. Oh my gosh. So there was this picture going around. It has 4.8 million views right now of a police report. A lot of people saying someone reported Lisa for winning a VMA, but it seems that the person actually reported users online for defaming Lisa for winning a VMA. Now for context, Lisa actually won Best K-pop with her song Born Again with Doja Cat and Ray, which was quite controversial given the fact that the song is entirely in English. None of them are actually Korean, though Lisa of course is a K-pop star. So there's definitely some people who think it's quite ridiculous. Like from a rough translation, it seems like they're asking for specific users, like they have specific usernames and they want those usernames to be banned. I reckon that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And as for me, I'm gonna go grind on Genshin because I lost my 50-50 to Mona again. I was pulling for Laoma, but I don't know if I'm in love with her, guys. What do I do? Do I wait for her? Do I just not? But like, it's Not Cry. I feel like I have to. I feel like I need a Not Cry character. And she's my favorite so far. But I guess I'll have I Know. Imagine, give me a minute, guys. Imagine losing your 50-50, the first banner ever. You join Genshin, your first banner ever. You're so excited for Verasa. Lose your 50-50 to Mona, and you don't even understand what's going on because you're new to the game. You're like, I didn't know Mona was on the banner. So then you hate Mona. But then you start warming up to Mona again, and you start using her in your team. And then for Laoma, you lose your 50. At least it was for Laoma. I just don't know where to go from here. Okay, bye.